there's something you can say. One of the things that I'm trying to do with these videos is to see how very big ideas and ideas that are very abstract seem very abstract relate to our everyday life. Bloody hell. So need to be careful. So yeah, so for example, if you ideas of physics, if I had fallen through that hole, then that would be a validation of theories about gravity, right? So things like that. I like to do that, but with theories that are not so obvious how they apply in our everyday life. So one thing that is central when you talk about, I don't know, these things, the last two videos that I made on mental illness and psychiatry and so on. One topic that is really has a lot to do with it is human cooperation, right? Cooperation. Are we a species that cooperates? Do we tend to cooperate and be good with others, or are we very selfish and we don't like to cooperate and so on? How does this exactly work? So one thing that happened earlier is that this guy came into the bar and he was trying to find where the market is. A tourist. He was trying in English, and unfortunately the waiter couldn't help him, so I helped him, and I felt really good. This is something I guess most people do. You help another person find their way, and it feels really good. So why do we get this feeling if we were not naturally cooperative and nice? You get a reward. I mean, your body gives you a reward because you have helped someone. So I think we are very cooperative, and in that particular interaction, what happened is that he was very happy, and that he could find the market. So this there you go, another instance of cooperation. So basically this guy was very happy. So you might think that the only benefit we get from this event is that the outcome of that interaction, the benefit was that this man finds the market, and it's your good deed of the day. But I think the greatest benefit of that kind of interaction, and why it feels so good, is that it reminds you, it reminds me and it reminds him, but particularly him in this case, that the world is a good place to be. This is life is worth living. I think it gives you a feeling that the world is good and other people want to help you. And so it just puts one point in the, let's say in your life you try to gauge and you try to every time that somebody treats you badly, you put a one stick on a column of badness, and then every time somebody helps you, treats you well, you put another stick on the mark on the other column of goodness. So this time my action there made this man increase his measure of goodness in the world, and that is good. I think at many levels, including the motivation to live and to the motivation how do you view the world? Can you expect people to cooperate with you when you find them? When you go somewhere strange? Can you trust the doctors that operate you? Can you trust the people who manage institutions? Not. But you know what I mean, right? So in that sense, it doesn't really matter if the man didn't find the market. Maybe he won't find it. So he won't care so much, because he felt good that people are helping him. The real benefit is in that feeling. So are we a cooperative species, or are we not? Are we good or are we bad? It's a very essential question in philosophy and politics and so on. As I said in the beginning, most of the time when we talk about deep things, or we do not talk about each other as people who cooperate. We talk about each other as people who do not cooperate, who want to fuck you up, who want to play tricks on you and deceive you. And politics, Parliament is filled with accusations like that, and people are doing that all the time, gossiping about how other people are untrustworthy and so on, and you shouldn't trust them when you go there, because and so on, and that has an element of truth. Of course, we do that. And when I was talking about psychiatry, for example, yeah, of course they want to they want to fool you, and they want to like a priest tells you a story about how the world works, that is convincing for a lot of people, and from that position of authority on knowledge, people begin to respect you as somebody who knows what they're doing. And if you come across as somebody who knows what they're doing, then they'll trust you, and then you can do anything you want from that position. So yeah, but I think the basis of all those things, of all this whole setting where we cooperate and we do not cooperate, is a basis of cooperation, that we actually do cooperate at the most basic level, like including psychiatrists, including all these people that I like to criticize, because they're not being very honest regarding the things that they know and the things that they find important at the intellectual level. They're not being honest with that, but basically when it comes to everyday things, they are honest and cooperating and good. So in that sense, yeah, they would help the man find the market. And by the way, the market is here.